myself on mic. So I think, let's start. Thank you very much to all of you. It's for us, it's a pleasure to be once again in Germodern, and I wish to thank the director of Germodern. We are, this place is becoming so familiar to us. We are coming here frequently. We have had once again only a new festival of Italian movies, which lasted full summer, June, July, and August. It was once again successful as it was last year, and I wish to thank all those of you lovers of Italian culture. And we are here tonight for this new project to which I think I can say I was thinking since I arrived in Ankara, because I had made a very good experience in my previous posting when I was ambassador in Austria with Italian artists living in Austria, with the curator that has taken care of this exhibition tonight. And so since I came, my idea was I want to do something with my Austrian colleague, and we have succeeded. When we started talking of this with the Austrian ambassador, I immediately found my same enthusiasm in her reaction. So I'm very pleased that we have succeeded in doing that, and of course we are extremely happy that we have here with us tonight not one member of the government, but two members of the government, and I wish to really express deep gratitude to both of them, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, our friend Mehmet Bozay, and the Deputy Minister of Culture, Gökhan Yazgi. Thank you really to both of you. I will not say anything else. As for the art, I think that the pieces will speak, the curator will speak. My approach to everybody with the exhibition is that I look at what is in the exhibition and I leave them to talk to me. I hope that you can make tonight the same experience. Thank you to all of you. I think that I have to pass the microphone to the Austrian ambassador to Turkey. Got it.
Dear Director Senior Tümer, Sayın Bakan Yardımcısı Mehmet Kemal Bozay, Sayın Bakan Yardımcısı Gökhan Yazgi, Excellencies, Caro Giorgio, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very grateful to all of you here, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to open this exhibition featuring so many artists from South Tyrol living in Vienna, together with a true friend of Austria and Vienna. So, grazie mille, vielen Dank, Caro Giorgio, for taking the initiative to do this together. South Tyrol, Süd Tyrol, Alto Adige. It's a stunningly beautiful stretch of land hugging the southern face of the Alps, and it might be uncharted territory to many of us gathered here today. I can tell you it belongs on any given bucket list for winter or summer travel, hands down, in our part of Europe. But this region and the people from this region, it has a very special place, not only in the heart of an Austrian, but also in the relationship between us two neighboring countries. The political masters of most of us in this room, they have invoked the imagery of the ring of fire that is engulfing us, especially us Europeans, whether in Ukraine, in the Sahel, in the Middle East, and that ring seems to be tightening every day. And in this seemingly permanent state of emergency, of geopolitical emergency, we are facing South Tyrol as a different story to tell, a very different story to tell. And it's a story also of a very peaceful path that Austria and Italy chose to settle a conflict and long simmering tensions by the means provided by the so embattled rules-based international order, international law, the Charter of the United Nations. South Tyrol, it's an important example of the way conflicts can only be overcome sustainably at the negotiating table, and only with the willingness to compromise and with strategic patience. And South Tyrol is not a blueprint for solving conflicts everywhere, but it is a model of success, and it can provide important food for thought, especially when it comes to the value of the protection of minorities, or the fact that extensive autonomy can be a valuable alternative to border changes. And South Tyrol and its autonomy is also the foundation of a particularly important and very, very close partnership between the countries Giorgio and I have the honor to represent here in Turkey. So thank you again for letting us contribute to tonight's vernissage for this exhibition co-supported by the Austrian Ministry of Culture. And teşekkürler to all of you for listening to this very small expose before art will now take center stage. And I will now hand over to one of the curators, the key curator for this exhibition, Marcello Farabegnoli. The floor is all yours. Thank you very much.
Who initiated this project? The Austrian ambassador, Her Excellency Gabriele Luen, and the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Mehmet Bose, and the Deputy Minister of Culture, His Excellency Gökhan Yazgi. I hope the pronunciation was more or less correct. Further, I would also like to thank, I'm sorry I have to thank many people, but it was a quite big project, so I have to do it. The team of the Italian Embassy, especially Cultural Attaché Dario Savioni, Maria Luisa Scolari, and Chulu Sucre, Erdeli. The team of the Austrian Embassy, especially Cultural Attaché Bastian Bürkner. And from the Austrian Foreign Office, Ambassador His Excellency Christoph von Hohenstein and Hofrat Thomas Kleuber, as well the Austrian Ministry of Culture. Last but not least, of course, all the artists. As my ambassador has already mentioned, I think, the artists Bajak Altin, Songül Gorias, Casaluce Geiger, and Alberto Storari are present. And many thanks to my outstanding co-curators, Charlotte Aurich and Pablo Kergin. At the end I will show them, so we did it as a team, the whole exhibition. To the director of the Cher Moderne, Sidi Tümer, and his team, especially Esma Meydan, Fazil Atash, Özgürkan Öröş, and all the supporters of this exhibition, especially Clemens Haslinger, Jörg Ortner, Walter Stefan, Markus Geiger, Peter Kraus, and also my wife Hanna Osui. By the way, I have to say today is the 20th wedding anniversary. My wife is not here. I'm celebrating this important day with you. But I'm very happy to do that. From 2014, now we'll speak a little very fast because then I want to give you the word. From 2014 to 2017, I curated a series of contemporary art exhibitions on behalf of Ambassador Giorgio Marapodi at the Metternich Palace, the seat of the Embassy of Italy in Vienna, while Ambassador Marapodi was in mission in Austria. What a nice surprise then to receive confirmation the past spring that I could curate an exhibition at the Great Sergi. Due to the tight schedule, so we had not so many months to do that, I decided to invite many artists with whom I had already worked in the past, and so on. At the beginning of this adventure, I was not sure if I would be able to find additional funds to afford expensive transport and so on. I decided to ask the artists to lend us small, easily transportable works, which in principle fitted into a metaphorical suitcase or bag. In other words, to contribute works with size that reflect the state of being handled when on the move, something that you can put in your bag, in a suitcase. This fact fits very well with the idea of a carrier bag, as the author-writer Ursula Le Guin put in her 1986 essay in regard to fiction, contrasting to explain culture as originated by the figure of heroes who has to conquer to other using long, hard objects for sticking, bashing, and killing. Le Guin offers the carrier bag as a means of transport for the bits and pieces that form a story. The bag entails being able to pick up useful, edible, or beautiful things, to let them move upside down in the bag while walking, to look at them one by one, to share or consume and give them away again. The metaphorical carrier bag or suitcase thus becomes a metaphor itself.
Co-organizing this exhibition, we decided to come here as two deputy ministers to balance them. And it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the opening of Looking Elsewhere, Being There exhibition at Sergi, part of the Ankara Cultural Road Festival. This remarkable event, brought to life through cooperation and coordination of the embassies of Italy and Austria, stands as a testament to strength of cultural diplomacy and vital role of art in building bridges between nations. The Ankara Cultural Road Festival, launched by the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, we appreciate it a lot because the Deputy Minister worked a lot on the festival, and also to create a tradition in this sense, is a part of a broader vision to celebrate Turkey's cultural heritage and contemporary artistic expressions. This festival positions Ankara as a vibrant cultural destination, highlighting our country's commitment to using art and culture as tools for international bonding and communication. Here I should make another bracket. Ambassador of Italy and Ambassador of Austria, they are always very active in these social activities, concerts, exhibitions, and we also benefit as the capital of Turkey from their amazing arrangements to enjoy the fine arts in our capital. Sergi, once a railway maintenance depot and now a dynamic arts center, symbolizes Ankara's evolution into a hub for the fine arts. This exhibition, featuring artists from Italy, Austria, and Turkey, explores themes of movement and identity, reflecting our shared journey through different cultural and political landscapes. As my dear colleague Gabriele mentioned, while we are having, instead of rules-based international order, we are having an unrule-based international disorder. This exhibition also gives us some kind of inspiration that which direction we should go. Dear guests, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to creators Marcello Farabegoli, Charlotte Ori, and Pablo Thierrin, as well as the participating artists from their invaluable contributions. I once again would like to thank our Ministry of Culture and Tourism and Deputy Minister for their unwavering support in making this exhibition possible. I encourage you all to engage with the thought-provoking works on display and appreciate the unique perspectives of each artist with the themes of movement and belonging. You know, these concepts are also very familiar with us for the diplomats, and when we are having all these concepts, it is also bringing to the diplomats, the ambassadors or any diplomat, some scenes from their own lives. We are used to move around the world several times during our careers, and looking elsewhere is quite a familiar concept, even it's a constant in our lives. Thank you for being us here together. Thank you again, Dr.